What's up? What's up? What's up, beautiful people? It's Pretty Girl Love Shop Content here, and my special guest slash co-host. How you doing today, sir?
Good. What's up?
You guys, we are here to review Home Alone 4. Okay, so people love 1 and 2. Are on the fence on 3. We're going to get into 4, okay? We're going to get into Home Alone 4, okay?
Why today?
Oh, my gosh. He's been stressed out, you guys. He's been so stressed. Before we get into the things, what's up, Andres? How are you doing? He says, woohoo, Home Alone 4.
You like this?
I don't, maybe, or even Harley is being sarcastic. I'm not sure. But before we get into the things, if you guys don't mind, liking the video, subscribe to the channel if you don't mind, and share. We like when you share the content, You want to get into it?
Maybe.
He said maybe. He says I'm good a little bit. Okay, so now we must note that things are a little awkward, I feel like, with this Home Alone, because Home Alone 3, we had Alex and we had a whole new family, right? So Home Alone 4, they reintroduced a character named Kevin, as well as Buzz, Megan, the mom and dad, Peter, and Kate, but they're different people. So how do you feel about that off the bat? Like, how do you feel about using the same names, but different people?
Why can't I just keep it with Alex? Why can't I just keep it with Kevin in the first place?
The original Kevin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You have to ask the writers and the producers that question. But
the name Kevin.
Yeah. I guess my explanation or, justifications, they're trying to reimagine like a reboot of Home Alone. I don't know. I feel like they could have kept the same, like, I guess, people in this movie, but have different names. You know what I'm saying? Like, disassociate from who we know to be as Kevin and the mom and dad and Buzz. Like, I just feel like they should have just had a whole new situation. Because everything else is different. Why they had to keep the same name, But we're going to get into it. So we get introduced to this new Kevin. And he is sad because his parents are no longer together. They are separated in the midst of a divorce. And he's kind of reminiscing and watching old videos. Well, a video from the previous year for Christmas. And that's kind of cool to have like recordings for Christmas. We should start doing it. I know I've been recording like you opening your gifts and stuff, but I need to kind of put that on one file so we can kind of see all the years. That's kind of my plan. If you didn't know that,
I can help you make the files and put it.
You can help me make the files. Okay, thank you.
I know how to get screen recordings and stuff. I do it a lot on my Chromebook.
Oh, excuse me.
I made him a little presentation about
a presentation. You made a presentation about what?
It was about our animal that we were researching about, the springbok gazelle. In the group, I was like, I put a screen recorder and I tried to scroll down a little bit so I can get all of it.
Okay, that's cool. All right, so as Kevin's being all sad and everything about his dad not being around, he comes and a surprise visit, and the kids are extra happy, right? And
I'm so happy.
So they're thinking like, hey, is he coming to get back with mom? They're all excited. No, he's not coming to get back with mom. He's actually there to talk to mom. And he tells mom that he is planning to marry his girlfriend that he's living with right after he gets officially divorced with their mom. Like, I feel like that's kind of shady to do right around the Christmas holiday. Like, don't you think?
I'm very disappointed.
You disappointed? Yeah, like, why would you drop that bomb right around Christmas time? And then to make matters worse, he wants to take the kids to him and his girlfriend's house.
How is that helping?
For Christmas. Like, that's very insensitive. Like, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Like, yeah, that's 0 stars, right?
I gotta be hating on that.
0 stars. They only been separated for 8 months. He has a new girlfriend. He's living
Writers,
there
I'm
with.
mad at you. I'm really mad at the writers, the people who developed this idea.
Yeah, the writers. I don't know. It's kind of.
He was just acting his job. We have to blame the writers, really.
Yeah, you're right. Well, yeah, we'll do that. So later on that night, the mother, she heads to work and she tasks Buzz with doing the chores. But who does Buzz get to do the chores?
Kevin.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about how he treated Kevin during this whole process of being alone with him and the mom out the house?
He's not your slave.
Mm.
He treated him like a slave. He injured him by slamming. He was like, boom, his hand.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so cruel.
Yeah, it was cruel. It was cruel. And so that made Kevin really angry, right? So by the time the mom got home, what did Kevin tell the mother?
I wanted to be the only child.
Yeah, he wanted to be the only child. He was over it. Okay,
if I was dressed up, if I was in his position right now, I would probably say the same thing. I'll say I want new brothers and sisters for Christmas. That's what I would
new
say.
brothers and sisters for Christmas.
If I was in his position right now.
If he was in his position, yeah, I understand. Like, do you think the mother should have stepped in? And because I always thought, like, especially with the first Home Alone, they never like checked Buzz. They never like punished him. It seems like they just let him do what he want to do. Like, do you think that parent is a bad parent if they allow one child to bully the other? Or do you think they were just like, oh, they're just kind of playing around, horsing around? Like, what do you think?
I think it's bad. I'm there for this.
You're disappointed, yeah.
Because then he's gonna have trauma and like emotional thinking, and then who knows when Buzz grows up, he might do something so bad like rob a bank or something, or hurt his brother. So
yeah, that's true. Because for Buzz, if he doesn't get any like repercussions, he may turn into a bad guy because he's not used to being disciplined, like you said. And then Kevin, he may get trauma. But I do feel like having conflict with a sibling can be beneficial if it's like every now and again, because that teaches kids on how to deal with people, but bullying, that's a whole nother thing, that's out of line.
You have to have the right foundation, because here's the foundation, and you can only do this for a couple more years, or else at some point you're gonna go to jail. Because you have a weak foundation. You keep bad every year, to the point where you're about 18 or something when you're official grown up, I think. You're gonna go into the big house.
So Kevin, he pretty much what is he this? Oh no, before we get to that, we'll get to the dad, Peter, and his girlfriend Natalie. They arrive at their house, and it's a nice house. It's a smart home, actually.
Because they have these little remotes, like alarm on, play music, fire on.
Would you like a house like that?
I mean, if we had your butlers, no, because someone could just break in like we just saw today. That was the easiest thing to do. Yeah.
If you had a remote control house, what's the top command you would ask the house to do that you shouldn't have to do or didn't want to do?
Well, I have to do my chores for self-responsibility, and this is hard.
Really? It's hard? Your imagination?
Buy army toys for me?
Oh my God. I am done.
Brown stuff?
Oh my God. This is not Amazon. I'm talking about a command.
It's an AI. It can go on Amazon and buy stuff. It's an AI.
Who's gonna pay for it?
I'll put some money to the AI.
Well, you might as well do it.
Actually, how about I put whatever the AI spends in my account?
I'm so done. So Dad and Natalie are at their house, and who is outside? Literally right outside.
In like one of the little driveways, like literally the park, weird in the gate and stuff. It's just so weird.
Yeah, that's one of my main pet peeves with Home Alone 4. The thieves are literally in a shady looking van in a nice neighborhood in front of this nice house, but nobody's saying anything. And we have all this surveillance cameras.
And also they're tilted on the sidewalk, like it's like tilted on the sidewalk, huh? But I gotta say one thing about that house. Mm-hmm. The tree in front looks so ugly.
Sorry, the landscaping does not satisfy you. Landon West. What? Sorry. Landon West. Oh, Wester's YouTube channel backup. Sorry.
Landon Wester's YouTube channel.
It's been a long day. Thank you. I appreciate the assistance. He said, did you know that Home Alone 3 in 1997 aired on Cartoon Network in the 2000s? No, I don't recall that.
I don't understand what he just said.
He's pretty much saying that the Home Alone 3 they was viewing it on actual TV. Andrea said, I thought Alex was going to appear in Home Alone 4. I would have liked that, like a repeat. Kevin did too. Like Alex did do too. Like what was the harm in that? Huh? I don't know.
What did Alex do?
Yes, Andrea's two movies. Yeah, like I don't understand. You would have got a little bigger. I don't know. It was just weird. So,
but if you get bigger, make it proper. Because Home Alone 1, he was 8. Home Alone 2,
like
10, he was 10. Yeah. But the mother said, yeah. Remember what happened last year? So that 1 year ago, he should have been 9.
Yeah, we talked about that.
The writers.
That was weird. I'm gonna get on that. Was weird. But yeah, the fact that they really had Marv and his girlfriend, who he calls Pookie, her name is Vera. They was literally outside of this house for days, and nobody said anything. Like it wasn't. I don't even remember like any like writing. Like if they would have acted like they were like a construction company or a plumbing service, like something to make them appear that they belonged in the neighborhood. Like Santa, that was annoying.
Save me. Save me, Santa.
I'm so annoyed.
Save me, Black Santa.
So Kevin, he used all his money out of the piggy bank and he went and got a cab and went to Natalie's house because he was over his house. Okay. He was over dealing with his family. So I also want to say that Marv and Pookie, I think that was her Pumpkin. Pumpkin is her name. Pumpkin. Their agenda is to kidnap the prince who plans to arrive at Natalie's house
because the royal family is coming to on Christmas.
Yeah, so they want to pretty much kidnap the prince for ransom. That one even went over well. Like they're idiots.
It doesn't make any sense because later we see the prince comes. There's no security guard.
Yeah, you're right.
Shouldn't there be like a helicopter surveilling or a CIA drone something over them to protect them? Shouldn't there be security guards?
I guess it's levels. Like I guess it depends on what country they came from. I don't know. They didn't really specify because they were princes in many different countries. So I don't know if they were trying to act like this was like the royal family. What?
We still have princes? It doesn't make any sense. Why do we have princes? This is 2020.
In different countries, they have royal families in other countries. They have a whole different type of government system. We're not going to get into that today.
Why can't I just get in the future instead of just old night? Medieval times.
I mean, you're right. It's 1600s. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't judge the way they do things.
1600s.
Oh my gosh.
That was literally 4 centuries ago.
So Kevin, he gets to the house. He's very much impressed how big it is. And Prescott opens the door and he's the butler. And Prescott does not seem welcoming at all, right? He ain't with it at all. He got an attitude problem, actually. Yeah. So we see him and then we also see Molly, who is the housekeeper. So Natalie has the housekeeper and a butler. Now, I thought Prescott was the security guard, but at the end of the movie, he says, I quit being a butler. So the whole time I'm thinking he's security because he has a whole like suite in the house with security cameras. I ain't see him clean nothing. Well, butlers don't necessarily have to clean. They're kind of like servants.
He made Kevin a chocolate milkshake.
That is true.
Maybe he has 2 jobs.
He did say he was overworked. That's why he was taking naps. Hey, Shayna. Shayna says hi.
Hello.
So Kevin, he gets the house key, which is a remote because this is a smart house, right? And he gets introduced to that room. How good was that room? Like, I would like that room. That room was the size of like some people's houses. It had like multiple TVs. No, I wish I did. I wish I did have a picture.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I just got to show it out to the viewers. Okay.
Yeah, they can watch the Home Alone, or they can try to Google it.
Here is TV. One giant TV in the middle, and small TV surrounding it.
Yeah.
I'm like back there, like in the art. There's an arcade.
Yeah, it had an arcade,
and then they had a little thing where you could type, search up the YouTube videos like "Pray Girl Love Track Content" and subscribe.
Oh Lord, like how he did that. He did a whole commercial just now. That was smooth. I was into it. That was smooth. Hey, Nana's in the chat. What's up, Blake VR? What's up? You said that room is the size of a whole house, bro. LOL. That's definitely true. I wouldn't want to leave. Vacation? What? This is vacation.
That's like as big as a beach hut.
Beach house or beach hut? You said?
Yeah.
Yeah. That room was good. That room. And she's so-called just. I mean, she's rich, so she could do anything. But I was like, I like that room. Okay.
I just realized they have multiple elevators because they have a food elevator, then a person elevator.
Yeah. You know what room that reminded me of? Who else had a good room that the other Kevin starred in? The movie I showed you, Richie Rich. Remember he had like a big screen. I mean, it was back. It was.
Oh yeah. And then the group guys are hanging down because he got the check. It was like a blank check thing.
No, that's the movie Blank Check. I'm talking about Richie Rich.
Richie Rich.
You don't remember Richie Rich? Really? With the rich kid, and he had all the. Oh God, we gotta rewatch Richie Rich.
No. I'm just gonna stick to the series Richie Rich on Netflix. I'm sticking to the series.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to keep them engaged with all my favorites, but he did like Blank Check. I like that movie Blank Check too.
Blank Check
was fire. What's up, Detroit? How you doing? Thank you for coming through.
Real quick in Blank Check.
Said new Kevin looks scary. He does look a little possessed in this picture. I'm not even going to.
I can't blame him. I really can't blame him. I mean, I feel like he's so excited because he's so happy.
Yeah, that was when he was. I believe he was looking at the room. I would have been like that too. Y'all would have caught me in the gaze. My eyes would have been stuck. Okay.
This would be my reaction. Oh my God!
That's what have been your reaction. I would have been like, Dad, can you transfer me to my new school, please?
Jesus has spoken.
You gotta thank Jesus. Okay. Blake VR. You said bro eyes are the windows to the soul. Nah, Kevin got an X-ray. My man. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. So Mom, she finally noticed Kevin left the house. So she gets a call and, she was like, oh my God, he's safe. But, the dad was like, well, thank you for letting him stay. So the dad didn't realize he ran away, but the mom, she didn't want the dad to realize, like, he pretty much ran away. So she kind of went with the flow and kind of like, yeah, I'll let him go.
Let it slide.
Let it slide. Let it slide. But if that was me, you would have been on punishment.
But I would never sneak out.
I know that, but I'm just saying, if that were me, I would have been on punishment. I would have been losing my mind. Like, I could see you over here trying to call an Uber to go somewhere.
Why would I
to get some frozen yogurt?
Why would I call it Uber if I
what?
I only have $3 that gave me today. $3.49. Because this is what happened. I had $10 coin. But it was a Mexican coin. It was worth $10 in Mexico. That's how much it was worth in America, people. 49 cents.
Sorry, you guys. He got his heart broken yesterday because he had a peso. I don't remember where he got it from, but I had to teach him a little lesson on it, currency conversion. So he's a little heartbroken. He has a little less money than what he thought he had. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you for the Cash App. So I'm sorry, but I'm getting your money back up. You got a little early Christmas situation. So Blake said, bro built like a whole blue crayon. I cannot. Y'all are over here roasting the new Kevin. So
what did the new Kevin do, if I'm being honest? He didn't do anything that bad yet.
Yeah, so the next morning, the dad, Peter and Natalie, they leave to go to some little event or whatever. And so they let Kevin open up one gift. This was like 2 days before Christmas.
And he opened the biggest one.
Yeah. What was it? Remember?
Yes.
What was it?
It was a drone. It was about this big.
Yeah, it was a big drone.
It was like about 3 feet wide. And,
yeah.
And it was going insanely fast.
Yeah, it was,
and it looked super cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would play with that drone. I like drones. They fascinate me, but they also scare me because
Guess what?
I don't know what.
I saw something on Daily Dose of Internet. Mm-hmm. By the way, good channel. By the way, Daily Dose of Internet. But they roll the drone on ice. Like slide the drone on ice. They turn on drone. Mm-hmm. It went millions of miles in the air in like 3 seconds. You can't even see it anymore. It was gone in the sky.
Yeah. What's up, Mark? Is it Sudam? You said Home Alone 4 ruined the feeling of Home Alone 1 and 2.
For real.
Just my opinion. So I was thinking about this, right? So if this was a completely separate movie, if this called this movie another name, would you think you would enjoy it more? Because I feel like this should have been called something else and maybe we would accept it more. But now that we kind of is grouped into the Home Alone family, I don't know. I feel like it has to be like up to some sort of standard.
Even if it was named different, I still hate all the opportunities that they had to fix it.
Okay, we're going to get into that. So Kevin, he sneaks into the control center, which is Prescott's suite or wherever, who is the butler. So, you know, he was making Kevin a milkshake. And so Kevin sneaked in there. It had a no entry sign, but Kevin obviously did not care. And he was all in Kevin's face like, you should never, ever enter my little domain again. Okay. So Molly, she leaves the housekeeper to run errands. And we still see Marv and Pumpkin outside. So they're like, oh, she left the house. We can go in. So of course, Pumpkin's like, what do you mean? So he had his own remote and they're like in the house, just trying to get a layout of the inside of the house. But Kevin sees it, right? And so he turns on the bathtub and the shower. So when they got in the room.
Okay, this is what happened. They heard the water running upstairs. The shower was like this big. It had like giant holes in it this big. And I gotta say, it was spraying more water pressure than the firefighter hose. That's all.
Yeah, it was a lot of, especially for a kid's room. That was a lot. Like a kid don't need that many, faucets. Like that was a lot.
It was like 60 of them.
Yeah, it was a lot.
And the pressure was like 60 million pounds for each.
Yeah.
Each little squirt.
Thing. Yeah. I mean, this was like the first kind of like booby trap. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, right? Because
it's not too much booby traps.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of booby traps at all. But this one, I don't know. I just feel like, how did Kevin know they were going to go into his room? Because he didn't know they were playing at the time. And then he didn't have enough time to fill up that tub. Like, I'm like, how did you? Of course, I don't want to scrutinize this, but because all the Home Alones have like elaborate things going on. But this one, I don't know, it kind of annoyed me. But I did like the fact that the water pressure allowed the I'm gonna say kidnappers, because they're trying to kidnap. The kidnappers, they pretty much fell down and was rushed down the stairs.
It's like a flash flood when they just sweep away.
Yeah, flash flood.
But this doesn't make any sense. I feel like the water level should be higher. Because I feel like the water level is pretty low. Because you see how much water that was, and it was still running at the same time.
Yeah, it was that.
So it should have kept rising. It should have been to the height where Kevin's neck should be by now.
Yeah, but it's a big house, so the water kind of evenly dispersed. Blake VR, you said it should be retirement home with grandpa and grandma. Yay. Mark said, I heard some 3 was originally going to be Fuller, Kevin's cousin, taking in Harry and Marv. That would have been awesome. Yeah, I did actually hear that as well too, because the actor who played Fuller, I believe, is Macaulay Culkin's brother. So
wait,
remember I told you Fuller was related to Macaulay Culkin,
but
the person who played Kevin.
Oh, okay. I was
confusing you. Okay.
Okay.
Blake V already said, bro, I need a whole 97,865 chapter book to tell me one good thing about this movie. We're trying to break it down to you, Blake. We're trying to break it down, okay?
One good thing?
We're trying. Okay, so
I can't find a good. I can't even think about a good thing in this movie right now. I watched it twice, and I still can't find a good thing.
And I was thinking maybe if you watch it a second time, your rating would change.
It didn't.
It didn't? Okay.
It got worse. It was worse. Because I watched it close to the holidays. So my spirits were up. But now I know what it actually feels like. Because Christmas is coming. I don't want to ruin my Christmas. Because if you're feeling down on Christmas, it makes you feel lower. Mm-hmm. But if you're feeling happy, it'll make you feel happier.
Yeah.
So.
They said this kid is cool. He knows. Andre said, Max defended his house by robbers. It didn't even want his house. It was his dad's girlfriend's house. So,
at least he doesn't have. At least their family probably doesn't have to pay insurance coverage.
She probably does have insurance on that house.
Yeah,
but it probably wouldn't matter because she was rich anyway. She could just call people to do things. So that caused a flood, and Marv and Kevin recognized each other, which I didn't like that. Like, it was just, you got a whole new Kevin and Marv. You got them. I just didn't like that. Oh, that was
why couldn't you see when they first meet? Why couldn't we see that? Huh?
I don't know. I just didn't like that they just because they made them have a history all in this movie, and
they didn't even show where history started.
Like, are we supposed to pretend we don't remember about Kevin, the first Kevin? Like, I don't understand what the writers were trying to do here. Like,
writers, you just be messing up on this one. You'll be messing up on this one, writers.
Yeah, I'm annoyed. So
I'm disappointed. Well, actually, I'm not mad at the writers. I'm disappointed. I'm really disappointed. I'm disappointed as well. So Marv and Vera, they end up leaving because he was frustrated that Kevin was a part of this house that he's trying to do something into. And then, mind you, the whole time Kevin's been trying to get Prescott's attention on the intercom. He never showed up. So when Natalie and the dad arrived, she was hyperventilating. She was stressed out. Was she wrong to be like stressed out, or do you think she was in the right to like be surprised that her whole first floor was flooded, if that's considered flooded? I mean, I would say maybe a little drenched, but not flooded.
A little drenched.
And also, how did a sinkhole cause? Because this is exactly how sinkholes happen. The water gets ground and it's unsturdy. Mm-hmm. And it all collapses.
How close? I can't see your face in the thing.
It all collapses.
Blaze, what's up? You said peace and abundance, PG, little man, everybody in the building. Hope all is well, man. I didn't know there was a Home Alone 4. I know.
It shocked us too.
Blake says, bro, the parents should leave Kevin looks like a I don't want to repeat that.
Don't shit that.
Oh my gosh. So
what little Kevin do?
So Kevin tried to explain to Natalie and the dad what was going on. They asked Prescott. He finally shows up and he was like, no, the alarm didn't trip. What are you talking about, robbers? What are you talking about?
The alarm. Kevin, if I was him, I would have went back there and literally, I would have went back there and followed them to their van or something. But I went back there because the alarm was broken or something, I think.
What's up, Joe Blocks? How you doing? Blake said Kevin shaped his hairline, bro. Oh God, I kind of hated Home Alone 4. What about you?
Me too.
Blaze.
Let me guess. This movie was trash, right? Rose speaks true facts.
I think, like I said, I think I would have liked it more if they called it something else, like Intruders in the House or something, not Home Alone. Like, don't do this. And then this was it was more on a like cheesy vibe, like from the music, from the acting, from just the pranks. Like, I don't know, we're just more cheesier than the other Home Alones. That was I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I feel like this movie should be called Tech Break-In because they do use tech to break in.
Tech Break-In. That's a cool name. So no one believes Kevin. They think he's acting now because they think he's having a hard time adjusting to his dad being with another woman. And so Kevin did apologize, but of course he just did it he took responsibility, even though he shouldn't have. He just, decided just to make nice and apologize. Would you have apologized? I can't see your face.
Yeah, pretty much.
You would? Okay. You know what? So, yes. So, Kevin, he sneaks into Prescott's room because he's like, hold up, something's going on. There's got to be surveillance of these people coming into the house.
What? He like, Prescott. Why didn't he pick up?
Yeah, he was like, Prescott, where you was at? So, okay, now I'm going to do my own due diligence and check and see. Let me check these cameras because the cameras should have everything that I need to prove that there was people in the house.
But caught the cameras. So then the lady who owns the house, the evil lady, she's pretty evil.
She's oh gosh, Joe Blocks, you said, this was not a Home Alone movie. It was about a kid dealing with his parents divorcing and there are robbers maybe for like 3 minutes. Yeah, it sounds like a Home Alone. That's what I'm saying. They made this more about like adjusting to family issues than like this was like all a ploy for their parents to get back together. They should have just went to therapy.
I was just about to say this is like a therapy training video. Like this is how you train for therapy.
Andrea says sounds like a Home Alone movie. No one will forget. Yeah, I mean, I know. I
can forgive, but I can't unsee.
You can't unsee. Oh God, pucker up. Oh Lord, he's really going through it, you guys. So Kevin, like I said, he snuck into Prescott's room because he noticed the footage was corrupted. And we also see Marv, he's driving with Vera, and he stated that he would not let Kevin ruin this situation because they got history. Weird. And so he stated that he has an inside man.
Well, inside woman.
But at first, because when we watched it the first time for Thanksgiving, you kind of was under the impression that, Prescott could have been the one because it looked like it was all lining up to be Prescott, right?
I mean, and then he said inside man. So a man.
Yeah, I guess you assume, because Molly was sweet, Joe Blocks, he said it looks like it was filmed and made on a $5 budget in sandwich.
Bruh,
I can't see you, sir. You gotta pay attention.
If this was a horror movie, I will know it was her. I mean, because in the horror movies, it's never the most likely suspected one.
Blake said, "Bro, that kid getting that laugh."
I do get the laughs.
Yeah. Blake said Prescott looks like he works at Costco. Oh no. Andreas, you said one of those lawyers in the movie who just sit and make a face all day, putting their fist on it. Yeah, like, let me think about that. He does seem like that type of person. So when Kevin, he enters Prescott room again, he screams. And so Molly comes in and she was like, Kevin will be my responsibility for now. And Prescott tells Molly his theory about, Kevin tells Molly his theory about Prescott being in cahoots with the intruders from the day, and she was just trying to, brush it off or anything. But looking at the movie, I'm thinking maybe Marv may have called his mom. I don't know. I can't tell because he was kind of scared of her too. Because I don't know, it just seemed convenient that she just automatically started like, oh, I'll, be in charge of Kevin all of a sudden. So it, and it was right after Marv was like, I have an inside man. So I think he probably called his mom, like, that little brat Kevin is over there messing up my plans.
Chad face.
Blakey said, I'm going to sleep. Peace, y'all. Good night. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. So, Lord, Natalie and the dad decide to kind of help, decorate the tree and everything, because they want to make Kevin feel at home. They kind of went through some drama with the flooding and everything, and they had the
divorce. The divorce, but I don't feel like the flooding was a drama because it wasn't a trauma for him. Well, he did get punished or something.
Yeah, but that is kind of awkward because if I'm just meeting my like boyfriend's son for the first time and then he floods my house, so I'm frustrated, but still I don't want to be too mean because it's not like our first kind of interaction. That's kind of complex.
Get a bad.
You still want to be, look nice, but at the same time you flooded my house, like get the belt.
The belt.
Get the belt. You flooded my house. Or give the belt to the husband. Like, hey, handle your business. You think the belt was too extreme?
What if it was just like an millimeter of water?
That's not nothing. I'm talking about he flooded the whole like first floor and then upstairs. And
He's
then
too
the
young
water.
to get the belt.
Huh?
He's too young to get the belt.
Oh, okay.
And he would most likely get scars, which is illegal. Child abuse, people.
Oh my gosh. Andrea says, so was Marv actually in Home Alone 4 movie? No. Yes, Marv was, but he was replaced by a different actor. But it's just weird. It's just so weird. Oh my gosh. Blaze, you said the first two Home Alone movies are classics. Even Home Alone 3 had solid moments, but those movies are dated and are essentially products from a different era. That is true. But I still feel like they're relatable because he loves these movies now. So it's it could be timeless, I think.
Why can't there be more Home Alone 3, at least 3, or Home Alone 1 or 2? Like, why can't we get back to that?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're so timeless.
Home Alone 4 is disappointing.
I'm sorry. Joe Block said, I know this comes later, but the message of the movie is make Robert slip and your parents will fall in love again. That's pretty much Marv is to thank for Kevin's parents. We're getting back together.
This is what it is. All it takes to get your parents back together.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents have to date a rich person. Then you flood their house because you say Robert's coming. Then she has to talk about you like she's a demon. And then let's see here, and then you save the royal family, and then your parents get back together over a happy moment with your family, and then the person who was trying to date the other person, they will get sad and emotional, and then their employees quit because she's rich, so she's gonna have butlers and stuff. So yeah, and then they make something magical happen like snowfalls, like we just saw in the movie.
Yeah, that was weird too. So
he's like snow on, like you can't do that. Like, is there CIA agent stalking you or something?
So in the midst of them decorating the tree, Natalie gets a call about this, last minute event. You could tell she really wants to go and probably wanted the dad to go, but he was like, no, I want to stay back and have some quality time with my son. And so during this time, he explains why him and his dad why his parents split. So pretty much the dad was bored, and I think he was going through a midlife crisis and saw excitement when Natalie and decided to marry Natalie. Now he makes it clear that he did not leave Kevin's mom, Kate, for Natalie, but things just happen
suspiciously. I think Auntie don't know how to do chat face. That's not the chat face. People help me here. Jesus.
Yeah. But Kevin, he made some good points. He was like, hey, things may be exciting, but this doesn't seem like a life for you. Like, I don't know. The dad, he wasn't even keeping up with Natalie. Like, he didn't want to be out and about all the time.
For a therapist, he was talking about sports wasn't a therapist. I mean, he was acting like a therapist, but he just talked about like sports cars and stuff.
Yeah, but he was kind of just making like it relatable,
But he's.
I can't see you for sure.
He's talking about sport.
Well, because it's known when. Do you know what a midlife crisis is?
No.
Okay, so a midlife crisis is pretty much something that people from the ages like 40 to 50 kind of go through, where they're kind of confused, kind of maybe want to rediscover themselves, or just have like an identity crisis. So for men, it's kind of like a known thing, or like it was kind of common when men go through this midlife crisis, they up and buy a sports car to make them feel young again and have more, like, be more exciting in terms of a life. So that's why Kevin was talking about, you may have a sports car, but what's the point of having a sports car when you're going to be alone in it? Because
there's no more room.
There's no more room, but Natalie is not really going to be around like that because she's.
But he's going to be in a limo. First of all, he's going to be in a limo, so he shouldn't have to worry about that. He's in a limo. A limo, people. Limo.
Oh God, Blaze said, I agree. Home Alone stays in rotation during the holidays. However, LOL is difficult to realize. Sorry, to really pull off a Home Alone movie for today's generation of kids. Probably why Home Alone 4 is trash. Yeah, that is true. We have too much technology, Joe Blocks, he said, just pointing this out, but the hashtag in the stream title says Home Alone instead of Home Alone, without any spaces, so the title looks like home. Okay, thank you. I probably didn't mean to do that. Probably was an error. I appreciate it. I may have to fix that later. Blaze, you said PG. I know one movie that would be a good review for you guys to do for the holidays. Jingle All the Way. We watched that.
Yeah.
The one with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. That's gonna be a lot to do. Maybe we'll do it that next year because Christmas is coming up and I need a break. Jingle. But yeah, I love Jingle All the Way. Yes, we watched that. I don't know, maybe like 2 weeks ago.
And also,
was it Turbo Man? That was the doll.
Turbo Man.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, she's gonna be relaxing for the next 2 days because her boss is so nice. Her manager is so nice that she let her off for the next 2 days, and also
that's my company, not my boss. She let me off early today.
Yeah, she let her off early today because
telling all my business, child. Go ahead.
That's business.
It's fine. People don't care that I got off early today. They want to talk about Home Alone 4 or trash it.
Slice the building. Grab, show, talk about it.
So yeah, Peter and his dad, Peter and Kevin have a conversation, and I like the fact that they was having quality time together, because he was really missing his dad. So we see the mom, she's at home, Kate, and she's actually crying. Well, no, she's just watching the old videos that Kevin was watching of their previous Christmas year, because Kevin used to put the star on the tree. It was like a whole big thing. The dad was still with the family because everything happened quick because the parents have only been separated for 8 months, and they stayed in this movie. They're a couple weeks away from their divorce being final.
But when you get a divorce, you get a divorce, right?
Well, in most states, since marriage is a legal thing, right? So most states require a married couple, if they want to get a divorce, they have to be separated first. And most times you have to be separated for a year, because sometimes judges or the government want to make sure that you guys are sure that you don't want to stay together. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like baby steps. Like first to try out being separated, because some people get separated and they end up getting back together. So that's why some states kind of have you be separated first before you actually get granted your divorce. Understand?
Error.
Okay, well, you don't have to worry about that right now. You asked, so that's why. Oh gosh. So Blaze says so they have the same names as the characters from the original 2 movies. So this was a remake. No wonder. That's what I'm saying, Blaze. I said that earlier. Like y'all literally just took the same character names. My head is actually hurting right now. It's so annoying.
Why is my head just started hurting as soon as you say that?
Joe Bluck says, what would you change about this movie? And how would you think this movie could have been good? I'm gonna let you take that.
Everything.
Everything
about the opportunities.
Yeah.
All those opportunities. Oh my god.
You would change everything. So what would have made this movie good?
Let's see here. At least there was some laughter. The Prescott could have shown me the little thing.
Oh, the dumb waiter, the little elevator thing.
The dumb waiter.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's dumb and it can't use their remote. And also with the little thing like when spin there was a wine bar.
Oh, the little revolving wall.
There was a wine bar and
so pretty much the pranks should have been better. That's what you're trying to say.
Well, but also here's what he should have done. He should have later with he could have let him spinning and spinning and spinning and then he could have got the pots and
he should have like while they were spinning through the Robin door just kind of abused them and hurt them with the pots.
No. He said stop.
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
Oh, okay.
Swing.
Then hit him.
And it's
or he could have just kept it spinning forever until the cops came.
This is called cops.
Oh my gosh. So annoying. Andrea said the writers were like, let's take the names from the first and second movie. Yes, and the third one. And put it in the fourth one. Yeah. Oh, he's talking about the names. Yeah. It was annoying. Joe Block said write a 10-paragraph essay on how each saying of the word the in the movie matters. Also explain how it affects cinema as a whole. Start writing, child. I've written enough papers in my life. I am good.
She's good. People.
Blaze, what would have made this movie good? How about not doing it in the first place? Save the money, okay? I don't know. Like it was. I'm getting stressed out just thinking about it, you guys. Let's kind of move on. Let's try to get through this.
You know what made it good? Restart the whole thing. Restart.
It was just so cheesy. It was so cheesy.
So no.
The family story I don't mind, but don't call it Home Alone. This was about a family problem.
So do you think it's like a little piece of cheese, like this much cheese?
A piece of cheese.
Like one of those square pieces of like a triangle piece of cheese with a curved side and like the one that mice eats and mice traps.
Okay, what are you talking about cheese for? I'm confused.
Because it was so cheesy.
I was so lost, you guys. I was so confused.
How much cheese do you have?
Oh my gosh. Joe Block said it's what's called a cash grab, but how do you make a cash grab where there's no cash to grab? Yeah, that's what it was like. You know what? We need a fourth Home Alone. Let's just plug in some new people.
You don't need a fourth Home Alone. What you need is, actually, the producer needs to get better writers.
Well, speaking of which, what's up, Brillo? You know, he always critiquing the writers, okay?
Brillo.
Because he writes, okay? He could have wrote a better Home Alone.
I have the right to write a remix of this.
He said, wait, that's not Kevin. Yes, it is. In Home Alone 4, it is. Unfortunately, they put us through this.
It's the Kevin remix.
Yeah, it's the remix, Kevin.
I like this Kevin.
Yeah, I like the Kevin, but not for this. This could have been something else. Another movie.
Well, it would be good, but you just need a different foundation.
Yeah.
With the traps and stuff.
Yeah, the traps were whack. And they had a big house. There was so many they could have done.
It was so whack.
I didn't even know you knew the word whack.
It was whacker than the word wax.
Oh my gosh. I told you, he's about to crash out, you guys. So
it was the definition of
pray
black.
for us. Blaze, you said, I remember my mother was stressed out when she took me to see Power Rangers, the Power Rangers movie back in '95. Did I watch that?
What was
I used to
different?
love the Power Rangers. It was so cheesy, but I loved it. I really did.
Power Rangers, unite! Power Rangers, unite!
Andrea said,
it was so cheesy.
If I was the writer, I would delete the fourth movie and remake it with the actual Home Alone characters from 1 and 2.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what we're talking about. So
you're hired.
So I'm stressed out, guys. I got a headache.
Why, writers? Why did you have to do this to us? What did we do?
So the next morning, Kevin's excited because it's Christmas Eve, and he looks at the tree.
She redecorated that evil soul. You little demon.
All right. You're going too far, bro. You're going too far. Back up.
Ah!
Back up. She was like, well, I'm sorry. I had a professional service, scheduled. But she knew what she was doing because she knew she was hosting the royal family. So she didn't want, the kitty decoration. She wanted something that looks professional and elegant.
Disappointed.
Yeah, so Kevin and Peter was upset too. He was a little annoyed because that was their family tradition. But she's a different type of person. Like, she doesn't want all that, family, homemade vibe. It's like she wants everything to be perfect. And so I'm gonna tell you something.
If I was him, we done.
But okay, don't be mad at me. You're not gonna be mad at me what I'm about to tell you.
Maybe.
Okay, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
I won't be.
Okay, so when your mommy and auntie was your age, probably a little younger, when they used to decorate the tree, well, they used to only decorate the bottom half because they was like short, and I would decorate the top half. When they was sleep that night, I would fix the ornaments and stuff to make it prettier.
Why you're breathing so loudly?
Because I wanted to look, I'm a perfectionist, so I wanted. They would just put stuff everywhere, so that's kind of why I was like, "Let me go fix this one." They didn't never notice. They never noticed.
Was there family pictures on there?
Where? Oh yeah, their family pictures were on the tree.
Did she get rid of them?
Oh, she probably told them to trash it. Maybe she put it in the box. I forgot all about that. Yeah, they had the little ornaments of their family pictures. Well, it was I think all 3 of them, not like the other family members, but it was definitely Kevin and Peter. And I saw Natalie. She was on the pictures too. She wasn't very family oriented. She just wanted the husband. She didn't want the kids for real.
I'm really disappointed in her.
Yeah, Blaze, he said, let's keep it $1,000. The original Kevin had some serious issues. Homeboy was psychotic. I don't want to bash the first Kevin, but he needed some therapy. But I blame the parents and I blame the whole family. It was not all Kevin's fault.
I mainly blame Buzz and Mr. Cheapskate over here.
Yeah, Uncle Frank was trash.
He
could get it today, okay? If I see Uncle Frank in the street, we gonna have problems.
Well, actually, it wasn't his fault because the writers. It was the writers' fault again. It's always
okay.
Always the writers.
You're right. I shouldn't take it out on the actor.
It's always the writers because they tell them what to write.
Yeah, what to say. Home Alone 4 was made so little money that there's not much info online on how much it made. That's an actual fact. Oh, Joe Buck said that.
Sad.
I don't remember it coming out in the movie theaters. Like, I feel like it was probably like made for TV or something. Like, I don't remember them releasing that to theaters.
They're so terrible that they're barely getting any money. That doesn't even show on there.
Andrea said Alex defended his house against 4 robbers while Kevin defended against his 2. Alex won the battle. No, yeah, we talked about that. Alex had more to deal with. Yeah,
but technically, it's because usually just 2 idiots. But that was just brainless, selfish, mindless zombies. Idiots. That's all I gotta say.
Well said. So,
but there's 2 idiots and 2 brainless zombie-minded idiots. So,
Yeah.
so basically just 2 because the other 2 are easy because they just stuff in the pool.
Yeah. So Kevin, like I said, he's mad that the Christmas tree is redone, and he's mad. Okay. So the mom, Kate, she decides to get some of Kevin's things, and she wants to go to his house because she's like, he must miss his stuff. But the other kids was like, no, she's going over there to check out Dad's new girlfriend. Okay. And we already know. I know she missed Kevin, but she was trying to be nosy, don't you think? Both. Okay. So,
but at least she still cares about Kevin.
Yeah, that's her son.
Not like Mrs. Rich over here.
Miss Natalie, Mrs. Rich.
I can't hate her because I hate the writers. The writers. It's always the writers.
So the family, they arrive at the house and they're all impressed how big it is. And they discuss how Kevin doesn't like to sleep without his little bear. It's like an emotional, like, support animal, it's transitional object, they said. Yeah. And the parents, Peter and Kate, was like vibing. They were discussing, old stories. Like, it was a bond. It was kind of an awkward moment for Natalie because she's like, where do I fit in this story?
And just like break it up because she doesn't want them to get back together.
Of course, right? So later that night, right, the couple, they go to pick up the royal family. And they have a whole dinner party set up and everything. They're in the limo and they realize they got snowed in, so their flight is delayed. So she's like, well, my party just gonna be ordinary, so we need something to zhuzh it up. And so she asked Peter for permission to announce their engagement, even though it's earlier than what they intended to. He's not even finalized his divorce yet, and she wants to announce the engagement. But she was like, the kids already know.
This is all about her, I just realized. It's all about her. Peter, don't do it. She's light. Don't go towards the light.
Don't go towards the light.
She's certain death of your embarrassment.
Oh my gosh. Andrea said, if I'm being honest, I think Kevin had the braveness while defending the house, and Alex got that from him. But Alex has something that Kevin didn't have. Physically setting up the traps and perfect timing. Yeah. Andrea said, reading their mind and what trapping they will fall for when they are trying to get them. Yeah, that's true. Andrea said, even when they aren't, for example, Burton sitting down getting electrocuted. All right, so let's try to move along a little bit. So they're setting up the party at the house, and guess who come through the door as the wait staff? Marv and Vera. And so Kevin's like, that's them. Like, he's telling Prescott, like, these are the robbers. Of course, Prescott, he's like, I don't have time for your shenanigans. And so he's scolding Kevin, right? And Kevin was like, oh, yeah, you really are a part of this scheme. So Kevin, he locks him in a freezer. How do you feel about that? What? You're annoyed you don't want to talk about it? Sorry, guys. He's over it. Joe Block said, tell me if you agree with these. These are the scores from a rating website based on general audiences. Home Alone, 66%. Home Alone 2, 35%. Home Alone 3, 35%. Home Alone 4, 0%. Okay, I got Home Alone 4, but 2. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Home Alone 4, 0%. That made me happy. That made me put a smile on my face.
I would rate Home Alone 1 a little higher, but that's just me.
75?
Yeah, I think it should get higher, but I don't know what year this was. It hasn't been. This had to. Yeah. So Kevin, he also got a spy gift on Christmas Eve. He was able to open up another present, and so he used that to spy on. This was another annoying part.
Wait, what? But why did the 2 go in his room? Like,
exactly, they're all in his room setting up a trap. Like, nobody sees these people roaming the house. Of course, Prescott, he's now in the freezer. But I don't know, it was just annoying. Like, I don't know. And I feel like she had all these other people in the house. She should have had more security.
But this makes any sense. Why are they playing a trap in his room? It's not his territory.
They were trying to kidnap the prince, so they was thinking the prince is staying in that room because it was a kid room.
Wait, what room would the prince stay in then?
He wasn't even there yet. That's what they so they're oh god. They're I won't. Anywho, I'm about to crash out, you guys, myself. So Kevin end up pretty much pulling the door, and so Vera and Marv, they fall out of the window on top of each other, and Kevin was like, and stay out, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so cheesy. So at dinner he ends up hitting Marv with a pan, and then these little sauce bowls or sauce pots got on top of Vera and Marv, and they end up chasing Kevin during the dinner party. And as Natalie is announcing the engagement to the dad, it's a whole chase situation. Like, it's a domino effect, and the dinner party is pretty much ruined. And then the ice sculpture that's in the middle of the party is Prescott, the butler.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here's the definition of cheesy. Home Alone floor. It's the definition of cheesy. I found the definition. I found the C-section. I got a C-section.
Mm-hmm.
150,000 pages later.
Yeah.
We found cheesy.
It's cheesy.
So
the dad, he has a conversation with Kevin, and it's like, you're trying to sabotage my relationship because you don't want me and Natalie together. Well, he's like, you're doing these crazy stunts. Like, and I don't know, that really upset me, you guys. That really upset me. How do you feel about that conversation?
If I was Kevin, emotional damage.
Yeah, I would have been like, Mom, pick me up. I'm ready to go home.
I don't care about getting divorced. I'm out. Peace. Peace. I never want to see your face again.
Yeah. So Andrea said, tell me if you agree with these. Home Alone 99%, Home Alone 2 100%, Home Alone 3 69%, Home Alone 4 4.41%. I don't know if I would rate Home Alone 2 higher than Home Alone 1.
Before you 41% for Home Alone 4.
Yeah, that's kind of high. I would give it 20%.
At least it's still an F. At least it's still an F.
Yeah, at least it's still F rating, right?
Yeah.
So we see the mom. She's at home crying at It's a Wonderful Life. Now, I know you probably don't know, but It's a Wonderful Life is like a
very popular celebrity TV show. Yeah.
No, it's a movie. See, I think you know it all. It's a movie that people play around Christmas time. I feel like I've seen it once a long time ago, or bits and pieces. I think it's like a Christmas movie. I'm not completely sure, but people watch it on Christmas time. So I'm just assuming that it's a Christmas movie. But that's kind of like an all-time favorite older school, like before I was kind of born, like this movie was made. So it was, something that her and Peter used to do. So she's at home crying because she's depressed and alone. And Kevin calls her, and he watches it with her from his room. It was like a cute moment. So later on,
say the word cute again. It's a cheesy moment.
I like that. It was kind of cute, though. It was kind of cute.
It was a cheesy moment.
But I like the bonding. I just like when kids and parents bond. That's probably why I was kind of like, I like it, right? Because they were both feeling sad, but they both kind of lied to each other, pretending that they were having a decent time.
But you're starting to cry a little bit.
I'm not starting to cry.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
You are. You are.
I'm not that cheesy.
She's too cheesy.
I'm not.
Type it in the comments, people. She's cheesy.
I'm not cheesy.
You are cheesy.
So later on in bed, Kevin minding his business, and Natalie comes in, pretty much threatening him, like, if you get in the way of me and your dad getting married, you're never going to see him again. I'm just like, oh.
911, what's your mercy? This lady threatened me. Blah blah blah. Avenue Street. La 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 la.
Yeah, that was a lie. What would you do? Would you tell? Would you? I don't know. I don't even think that Peter, the dad, would even believe Kevin.
The police.
They can't do anything because it's going to be a kid's word against an adult's word, and we already know how that goes in Home Alone.
Camera.
He didn't have any cameras there. It's probably not in his room turned on. Or she would do something to sabotage it.
Lie detector.
That may work. Some people know how to like treat lie detector tests, so.
This is how it works. If their heart starts beating fast, that means they're lying.
Okay, so let's get through this movie because I am tired of talking about it, honestly.
She's tired.
So later on in their bedroom, Peter is watching It's a Wonderful Life too, and he's like, "Come watch it with me." She was like, "No, I don't even understand why people watch movies over and over again. It's stupid." And so, of course, Peter is thrown off because he's like, "Well, this is a family tradition." She was like, "No, how about we do some new traditions or what have you?" So clearly they're not on the same page. That's what I'm saying. Peter, he signed up for something that he was not ready for. He thought it was all cute and nice to, be different events and stuff because he's like a publicist. Do you know what a publicist is?
Error.
Publicist is pretty much a person who's responsible for the media presence of like a celebrity or public figure. So publicists, they kind of write, not really a manager, but they kind of
their movie.
They kind of manage their like physical, not physical, their like public persona or presence. So like, suppose like something happens like dramatic in Natalie's life, like Peter, he would be kind of responsible for like writing a letter or telling her what to say for a press conference for the news or something. He kind of, manages her like public
her mental and emotional dots.
Not really, but yeah, he pretty much works for her in a sense. So I'm tired of talking about this.
I see a demon in that soul.
All right, stop talking about that. So we see Kevin, he starts setting up booby traps in the house. Not a lot. We didn't see a lot. It's just a couple. He started putting strings on the pots and pans. So he doesn't do too much. He does a little bit.
He has a chain connected to the under part of the elevator. Is like
yeah, he did that. So it's next morning, Christmas morning, and Kevin, he wants to open the gifts. But Natalie was like, no, we got to pick up the royal family. Like, how would you feel if it's Christmas morning? I can't see you on here. It's Christmas morning. And I was like, no, you can't open your gifts right now because I got to go to the store.
I want to get.
So you will wait? Oh, that's so sweet. You'll be upset, though. You're right. You've been asking about these gifts for days now. You cannot tell me you will not be disappointed.
A couple hours will be fine. A couple more hours. At least a day.
Guys, I think he's kind of putting this. This is not an honest kid review right now because he's kind of putting it on right now because I think he would be disappointed.
You're right. It's a super honest kid review. What are you talking about? You're fired.
All right. So, Andrea said, imagine the writers making $1 million after making Home Alone 4, even though nobody likes his trash. They probably did. Oh, well.
Guess what?
What?
They'll make $1 million in Mexico, which would be about maybe about $1,000 in America. So
okay, so they time to pick up the royal family. So yeah, we have to wait to open these gifts, right? So Marv, he gets a call because he's sleeping in the van outside of the house. Annoying, and that's the thing. So many people are coming and going. The parents, well, Natalie and Peter are constantly leaving and coming back to the house. Y'all don't see this van? This is not weird.
Actually, the second time they were actually in there, like there were parts in the house.
Yeah, I don't understand.
The van was here, and a little driver, there's like a little parking spot here.
Yeah,
and their house was here. They were inside their property. Limo was just zooming by, like.
Yeah. So Kevin, he sees them coming towards the house because he's looking out. And of course, he's like, okay, step one, eliminate the inside man. So he's thinking that Prescott's the inside man. So he lures him to the wine cellar, pretty much stating that, Natalie wants him to get some wine for the royal family, right? But come on, just put your head up. Molly reveals she is the inside man, and she's actually Marv's mother. Oh gosh. So
pain in my head.
I got a headache. So they pretty much lock Kevin and Prescott in the wine cellar. And Kevin realizes he has a cell phone. Or was that Prescott's phone? No, that was Kevin's phone. He has a cell phone. I'm confused. Anywho, he calls his house Buzz answers, and he's like, I need to talk to mom. Mom's not here. Hangs up the phone. He calls again, hangs up again. He calls the mom.
But the mom was there. That Buzz is a little jerk.
He's a jerk face. So
I would like to speak a word with the writers of this movie.
So the third time he tries to call, the mother answers, but it's static. All of a sudden, it's static, and she cannot hear him at all. His cries for help. Okay, I'm like,
call 911. Call 911 in the first place. There's robber in your house. They're trying to kidnap a celebrity. Like that's about
that was so
lifetime
dumb.
of a sentence. So really, just call 911.
Then call mom, but not don't call mom 3 times and then
waste all your battery and then call
the phone dies.
Yeah, like you can't call 911 then.
Hey, Mr. Prescott, head of security, don't even have a cell phone on him. You need to have a cell phone on you at all times. What are we doing here? So the mother calls the house and she's like, oh, Kevin just called me, so I want to talk to him. Molly was like, oh, Kevin's not here. He's out with the dad, Peter. So she calls Peter's cell phone, and Peter's like, no, Kevin's not here with me. And he was talking to Natalie like, oh, that's weird. Somebody told Kate that Kevin's with us. Something's off. So his spidey senses tell him like something is weird. So when they get to the airport, he was like, I'm going back to the house because I need to see about my child. And Natalie was like, pretty much just not caring. He was like, you don't care about my child.
Hate you.
Peter, you know she don't care about your kids. She just want you. Thank you, Tamika, for coming through. Joe Block said, gotta go. Might be back later. Thank you. We're trying to get out of here because I got a headache. Already. Like, I'm done. I am done.
Never review Home Alone 4. It'll make you so mad and emotional. I literally see about 100 tears in my eyes right now. This is so bullshit.
Joe Block said, that was dark, but I'm not going to repeat it. So, you better not repeat it either. Let's get out of here soon. Okay, so Kevin and Prescott both work together to escape the wine cellar because they have like a dummy waiter, which is pretty much an elevator that goes up and down the house, for food or what have you, right? So Kevin goes up there. He ends up slamming the dummy waiter on Marv's head. He hits.
This is what happens. He's like, I'm down here. And they face it down. Boom. And it's like, hit the upper.
Yeah, I'm tired already.
The pumpkin. And it's like, let's keep playing down, man. Down. It's up. Why is she so dumb? And she's up and oh, his hand got stuck in there. How's your hand get stuck in there?
Hey, Stephen Harris, thank you for coming through. I'm trying to get rid of this headache I got reviewing this movie. Thank you. We appreciate you, Andreas. We really do. Thank you so much. So got a headache. So Molly, she goes after Kevin. She gets stuck in the elevator. What? Like she's stuck in between floors. Like all of a sudden, I don't understand.
Because of the chain, remember?
Oh, he did that. Kevin did that. Okay, so I'm gonna give Kevin his props. So he get a little extra point.
How did you forget?
I forgot because I was stressed out the whole time. I was stressed out.
Your head needs a massage.
Bye.
Bye.
Next time, next movie request is The Christmas Story. We have to do that next year. Christmas is fine. We're gonna have a list for next December, and then we'll be all decked out for the month. Now that we got Home Alone's out the way, we can focus on other ones. But that's a good one too. Fragile. So I'm tired. This is stressful. So the mom, she knows something is off too. So she heads and she's speeding down to Natalie's house to see what's going on about Kevin. So, and Kevin's in his room, he uses like a dummy feet, pretending that he's underneath the bed. And so Marv pretends, he pretty much grabs him, but it's not Kevin. It's a little, little dummy figure. And then he gets a whole like dresser slammed on top of him. Kevin, he reprogrammed the house remote, so he's able to kind of, use that against Marv.
He doesn't like
I'm tired.
Because he hacked it. And the way press button, he was like, it said, "Shut up, you little moron."
Yeah, I did like that. They was kind of used technology, but it was still like
hacking
the booby traps. Honestly, just what would we grade the booby traps in the Home Alone for? What was the grade?
I mean,
because they had the revolving door.
The revolving door was a good one. I have to get that one. What's 100 divided by 3?
You should know that.
I don't know 100 divided by 3.
333.3, but it's still,
what?
1.1%. So we have that. They actually fly into the chandelier, fall on top. I thought the chandelier was going to fall. That would have been cooler if they would have used the chandelier for that. That don't happen. Vera falls, and then as Molly tries to grab Kevin, Prescott comes right from out of nowhere and hits her with a pan. They call the cops. The family arrives with the dad. I mean, separately, but they arrive at the same time. Vera and Marv try to escape, but Kevin's siblings actually help, pretty much capture them because they did a little trip him. Yeah, they tripped them.
Just like they did to Kevin at the beginning.
Yeah, they're using, what they used to bully Kevin to save Kevin in a sense.
Well, not save Kevin.
You know what I mean? To help. Yeah. I mean, it's still kind of saving Kevin because they was on a loose. They probably would have tried to. I don't know. They're not bright enough to even try to get Kevin. But they all get arrested in terms of the bad people, and the Natalie and the royal family, they arrive, and of course she's like, "What did he do now?" And he was, Peter was like, "No, he actually saved your house. He saved the day." And so she sees Molly get arrested. And she's confused. So they're explaining everything to her. Prescott, he quits as the butler, and the dad breaks up with Natalie and says he wants to come back home to his family. And of course, the mom and the kids are happy. And Kevin actually invites the royal family to their house for Christmas. And Natalie is extra upset because she is having a horrible Christmas.
That's that. Delayed karma. Once again, delayed karma for torturing Kevin and not caring about him. Delayed karma. People.
All right, so we are done reviewing this movie. I'm gonna let you take it. Like, you have anything else to say about this movie? I'm done.
Writers, I'm disappointed. I'm never watching this movie ever again in probably my lifetime, and I hate what you done. Next time, producers, don't hire writers that you can't trust to write an actual good movie, because this was just terrible. It ruined the whole collection. It made the whole shelf burn down. Home Alone 4, Home Alone 3, Home Alone 2, Home Alone 1. It made the whole shelf collapse. Okay.
I just, what he's been really dreading this review for a couple weeks now. So I just want to make sure you get it all out of your system. You don't have any bad vibes.
Can I go scream into a pillow real quick?
You don't need to scream into no pillow. Do you have anything else to say to the people regarding this movie before we head out?
Lord, please don't watch this again.
I don't think I will ever suggest watching this again.
Bye, guys. Make sure
Thank you guys so much for coming through. We appreciate you.
Merry
if you haven't
Christmas.
caught our reviews for Home Alones 1, 2, and 3, please check that out on the channel. Please like, subscribe, share. If you're rewatching this, let's get down to comments and discuss. Until next time.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Oh,
bye.
Bye.
Hey, Whitney, Benny Bag of Donuts, how are you?